just going to video it because we can edit all the front part.
No,
It's going to take up all my space.
you're gonna
Right. If I hold it here, you're not fatted out, right?
No, but I'm beardy.
I keep looking over here.
Okay, don't. Are you supposed to? You look at the light, right?
This is ridiculous.
Okay.
You like talking to yourself all the time.
Okay.
So you can talk.
Hey, hi.
No,
We're-
that's really stupid. Like, we don't need to say hi. Like, people know who we are.
Not the people that don't.
Well, we don't have people that don't know us. This is not like a
Yeah, but we
thing
will.
for people who don't know us.
Yeah, but we will.
Yeah, but not really. No one cares. I think most of our friends and family are just humoring us.
All right. So anyway, hi or not hi. We're Donna and Gary Schaefer. You're cutting off half of your face.
Oh, that's
by the way.
okay.
No, it's not fair. We're not.
We are not.
Come on, man. Don't be a pain in the ass.
Okay, all right. We can edit all that.
Yeah, but at least get as much as your big old face in as. And she's more forward than me. I don't have a tiny head. In fact,
No, he does not.
no. In fact, it's
This is
the
why
other
I've
way.
had 3 C-sections.
Yeah. Why? Because it was my head up here? Okay, get back. Get back. Now you're annoying. We sold our house on October 23rd, right? Basically. That's the gist, right? We left Canton, Connecticut. Find us.
I have no idea what the date was.
I thought it was October 23rd.
Does that matter?
No, but I'm just trying to kind of figure out. First of all, we're really tired and we haven't done any updates of any kind of longer nature, right? Because we've been on the road and tired and
Had many incidents.
and chasing our children who are real pains. But we left the house on October 23rd, and where did we first go? I don't even remember. We hit New York, right?
We are very unprepared for this video.
Yeah, that's the other thing is that let's go back. Let's go back further. I was a young child. Now, I bought an old coach bus in 2018, thinking that I was going to convert it over for us to travel in. It was a nice bus. Well, it wasn't nice, but it was a diesel ride, and it drove really, really well. But then I got Lyme and things got screwy, and I realized I was way in over my head, and we got rid of that. And then, and that was when my dad.
Then we cried and we thought we would never get out.
No, but there's more to it because there's a lot of it too, and there's an original video I did while driving talking about why we were going to do this that maybe I might edit in here. But it was originally because my dad had died, right? And then we thought that life is short and blah, blah, blah. It was something that we were looking, to do. And then the pandemic hit and don't get started. And everything shut down because our kids were homeschooled anyway. And we found us to be trapped in a very nice home, but in a home. And it was a box and we were tired of it. And we were bored.
We're
Right?
still in a box, and it's
Yeah, it's just much smaller.
box.
But this is the thing.
But it's on wheels.
The reason why we thought about this originally was because we're in this nice home and we're not doing or seeing anything. Why don't we bring our home with us and start seeing some things, right? And that's where this kind of started to kind of come from. I think originally it was because how can we afford this house? Why don't we get a bus? How can we live here and everything? Then it turned into like, let's get a really expensive RV, blah, blah, blah. So we left October 23rd. What was the first things that happened? Because so many things happened, I'm tired.
We should have bullet pointed stuff so that we're not boring the pants off
That's
everyone.
too bad. This is about us, our magnetic personalities. And wait till we start talking about the poo stuff.
We're not.
We're
We're
yes,
not.
We're totally talking about the poo stuff. That's my best riffs. So we left, and then I don't remember where we went to first, though. Because the reason why is that, and I won't get into it because it's kind of unfair to other people too, but the house sale went kind of screwy. And we didn't know if we were selling or not selling or not selling. And it kind of, she's the booker.
I
I'm the
made
driver.
plans,
Right.
booked a bunch of What? No, I don't want to. I don't like.
Why? Is that
this
your
whole
bad
thing.
side?
I don't
Is
like
that your
being on
bad
camera.
side?
I
not
booked
true.
loads of places.
Stop turning it all towards me when you're speaking. You're talking. Turn it towards yourself. I
We
told you.
had a plan. We're not planners, but we had somewhat of a plan.
Told you people are gonna say she's so
and then
abusive.
and then it went.
Don't say
I
it.
can't even say. I can't talk like I would normally talk because
It
people
went
will
tits
be
up
like,
is what she was going to say. So then, now we have to put content warning on this in YouTube. So then, it's an English thing.
So when we finally did leave,
Everything was screwed up.
Yeah, we didn't really have a plan. Didn't know where we were going.
We had to reschedule.
Had to do everything last
She
minute.
had to reschedule. You'll notice.
Everywhere was booked up.
Quit. Look, at least get half your face in as much as my face.
I'm in it. We
No,
don't
I didn't.
have like.
I didn't say get closer to me.
My arm is aching. I'm holding the phone. We don't have a stand. It's dark in here. I'm
Yeah, but
shaking
look,
all over.
But look, you can just easily go like this, just as much as there. See, same hand, same hold, same everything. I did say I could go get a stand.
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
All right.
Well,
So, what do you mean go on?
I don't know where you were going with what.
No, I was gonna say you'll hear the word "we" a lot, and usually
we
doesn't-
meaning him.
Yeah, usually. But in this case, she's the booker, I'm the driver. So we are not holding the camera properly either. So I'm half the thing, dude.
I'm trying to hold it further.
I didn't ask you to hold it further out. Just turn it enough so that your big old noggin's in the thing. Okay. Everybody's dropped out by now, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So what happened first? We went to New York. Was that a nice campground? I don't even know. What day is it now? It's November 7th. It's November 7th. We left October 23rd. So it's been about 2 weeks that we haven't done any updates because we're tired.
We wanted to get to Florida.
And we did get to Florida. It was nice.
So we did a lot of drive, sleep.
Yeah, the first couple, but there was stuff I remember. The first thing that happened was there was a really bad turn going into a KOA. We did the whole thing that everybody's supposed to do. You know, we got 1,000 trails and all that jazz and everything. But then we couldn't get any 1,000 trail stuff because
we were going to Florida and it's like
it's
the worst season
we
to
didn't
try and book
pre-plan.
anywhere.
Right, it's winter time. So we had to do a lot of KOA stops. So one of the first KOAs we went into had a really bad turn and
Sharp turn and down a hill.
And I basically bottomed out, but the hitch hit really bad. And I stupidly tried to back up for a fraction of a second. And I think that's where the first stress on the hitch came from. But we unhooked the Jeep. It was down so far that the tow bar was like on the ground and I couldn't get any of the pins out. So a very nice, smart man that I thought was a bum at first. And if you're watching, which I don't think you are, but he had a Jersey Shore shirt on. So it was, but he was brilliant. But he was
There was two guys. There was another old guy that I was talking to.
You were chatting with one. I was chatting with the other.
Who apparently this happens all the time on that turn.
Right.
And so the one guy had put up a fence on the end of his property because he was sick of people driving their RVs across his yard to try and get out of this sticky situation.
Right, so that has nothing to do with the story, just that he tried to stop people from ruining his yard. The other dude, who is part of the story, found a log and put it underneath one of the tires, and I was able to turn because it changed the difference in my height from that one turn. So I was able to get it around, but we think that's where the beginning of the stress on the hitch happened. So we were pulling with a bicycle rack and a hitch on a I'm so tired that I know what the hitch's name is, but all of a sudden I can't remember. I'll show a picture here. That our bicycle hitch started, it was a really bad one. Like we needed a 5 bike rack because we had a 4 bike rack, and we needed a 5 bike rack, and it even would have fit behind the Jeep, but we thought, we'll put it behind the RV on this hitch so that it won't be in the way of the back of the Jeep and opening it up and blah, blah, blah.
So we don't have to take all the bikes off every time we want to get into the back of the Jeep. But it was a bad idea. Because now...
No, I think if we had a better bike rack, it would have been fine. But look, you're halfway gone again.
Oh, God.
So then what ended up happening was, I'm not going to do any editing on this thing. There's no pictures that's going to be popping up because I'm just too tired. And I think you should put it straight up this way, unedited, to show people...
what a pair of losers we are.
Yes, exactly right. So then, what happened? So then the bike rack started to get really bad too.
Well, this was a couple of days later.
Right.
Several campgrounds later.
But that,
We were
but
coming-
wait, no. But I will say this: I think it was after we did that original hitch problem or backing up, kind of. That's where we started to notice the sloping of
Yes,
the thing.
it was dodgy looking.
But it was a double problem because the bikes were. There was one bike in front of the, like, if you think of the pivot point on the hitch, there was one bike in front, and then 4 bikes here, and it was a real cheap aluminum thing. So it started to get like this.
And then we went over some terrible road, miles and miles.
No, it was just one big giant road.
No. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I'm talking about the big-
highway with all the blown tires on it. It was like a wasteland of
Oh,
blown
yeah,
tires.
with the
and it
either
was like boom,
dead deer
boom,
or
boom,
dead
boom,
tires.
like for
Right.
miles. It
Yeah,
was
we lifted off the
awful.
air at one point, and we're
Yes.
like, we're watching the
It
Jeep
was-
and the camera and everything. Anyway,
Grand
and the
Theft
bikes.
Auto is what you said, right?
What?
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
It was something like that.
And the bikes are going wibbly wobbly and everything. And then we went over a really bad hole after getting some gas. And she's
It wasn't
every
a
15
hole.
minutes like, do we need gas?
It
Do we
was
need
a
gas?
crater. It was a crater in the road. It looked like it was bad. I
looked
was
like-
really
it looked like what? A
shocked
crater.
that nobody had fixed it. It was
No.
bad.
No. So anyway, it was right then, and I made a wrong turn, right?
Yes.
And I had to turn around, so I had to unhitch the Jeep to turn around, and that was when we noticed that the bikes were completely
I
falling
made a
off.
post about that. I said that's when we figured everything happens for a reason, because if we didn't make the wrong turn, we wouldn't have had to get out to unhook.
Okay,
and
so
we
what's the
wouldn't
reason why you keep
we
cutting
wouldn't
yourself
have
off?
seen how it was
The
bad.
hitch was getting bad.
It was bad. And we had
So
to
I
leave
had
a
to,
bike on the
I
side
had
of
to
the road.
abandon my bike that it was given to me by Shelby. I'm sorry.
Actually, we didn't need to, because later we realized we could have just put him in the
Well,
back
it
of the
probably
Jeep.
wouldn't have fit, but it was a free bike anyway, and it was a teenager's bike. But I did like the bike. So,
Very uncomfortable seat.
but I had to leave that one because I couldn't leave a kid's bike because they would be upset, and I let her keep her bike because I knew that the kids would need somebody, and we haven't even used any of the bikes.
We haven't
but
rode them yet.
but it was also just a great excuse for me not to have to ride my bike. So we left that, and we put all the
Bikes in the Jeep.
no, first we put all the bikes back on the rack. We drove to a different campsite, and that was where we decided to put all the bikes in the Jeep and get rid of that rack.
Yeah.
Right? And so all the bikes are in the back of the Jeep, like,
This is already getting really long, and no one's going to be caring about any
whatever.
of this stuff.
whatever.
My mom will watch, and that's it.
Whatever. And then what happened next, though?
Honestly, all the days are blurred into one. I can't remember what.
You know what
happened
else
that
I
day.
think really screwed up the hitch? Do you remember when I was putting into gear and the Jeep was on the thing, and you came running out saying what happened?
Yeah, maybe that was what.
It could have, because I think that the strain of the hitch started to go, and I mean the full hitch on the back of the RV. We have a Jeep Rubicon or whatever, and you have to put it into like neutral so that there's no gears. What's involved? I don't know the words I'm using. I'm tired and not very smart. So you have to kind of do this thing to make sure that it's a neutral. And I was always told to kind of make sure that, if you go in reverse and if it doesn't go anywhere, that the gears are disconnected.
So you went in reverse and it went somewhere.
No,
That's
but
what the big
it kind of
crash was.
it lurched for a second
Right.
before the gears were disconnected.
So moving on.
So anyway, here's the thing. We drove for 3 hours, and nothing happened with the Jeep. And when we finally got to the KOA that we were at yesterday, we come up to the light to make a left to enter the KOA, basically, and all of a sudden the Jeep just disconnected. And we felt it, right?
The
we felt
metal on the hitch just
it dropped.
snapped in two places.
And so the Jeep is just rolling loosely. Actually, no, it wasn't snapped in two places. It was snapped in one place because it was still hanging.
Oh, so you pulled it off?
Yeah,
That was it.
yeah.
So it
Afterwards,
snapped.
don't get dirty. So then, what ended up? Now you're completely. I'm all by myself.
I wasn't even looking.
What happened to you?
Okay.
So you used to love being on video. Let me tell you, when it's all you taking picture. We didn't even get into the poo part.
Just keep going with the. So, more people came to the rescue.
Yeah, well, when we pulled in there, very lovely Miss Ruth.
Well, there were the people on the road too.
Yeah, the other people came to help.
We had random people come
Yeah.
to help us get the hitch in the back of the Jeep and everything.
And he didn't do much, though.
Well, whatever. And then, luckily, we were like 2 minutes away, so I drove the Jeep.
Yeah, you're the big
2
hero.
minutes.
She's a big hero. She drove for 2 minutes in a car. Half of your head's gone again, too.
All right. So then we met, what was her name?
Miss Ruthie.
Miss Ruthie, who kept calling you baby.
Yeah. But she knew a guy, Todd. You have his card, too.
Yeah, somewhere.
Ironworks.
We should put that on the, if anyone's...
That's not going up
No
either.
one's going to be...
Todd something. Todd Oddberger or something like that. But Ironworks.
Oddbergen.
I just remember an ODD, but I don't remember.
So he was very nice.
He was very nice. He welded our hitch up, and it made it for 3 hours from... it was a Baton Rouge KOA. Very, very lovely people.
To another... We're still in Louisiana.
We're still in Louisiana. It was a lot of driving over weird swampland and stuff, you know.
And no cell service for miles. So
yeah,
if we broke
really,
down there, we would have been...
Yeah, it's tough right now, even for geekiness. But we did have a couple problems with the plumbing. A little bit. Yeah. I was... When I first envisioned this whole RV thing, I didn't... You know, I liked the idea of driving around and everything. I was a little bit worried about... Because we got 3 little kids. One child
that...
What?
Wow, are we really gonna get into the details?
What are you talking about?
about?
No, what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Wipes clogging up the toilet.
Oh, no. You're blaming him, and that is nonsense. You're trying to deflect so bad. Because we got one kid that was using wipes, toddler wipes and stuff, but he wasn't flushing them down the toilet. He did it a couple times, but I had to reach in and get them anyway, because I'm a father, and that's my job. And then we have one boy who hasn't pooped since we left the house, which we're really worried about, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but my point was, I am pretty okay about a lot of things, but I need to be able to poop away from everybody. I can't do this with people around.
I just go with the door
Yeah,
open.
she goes with the door open, which is just insane to me. You can't even hear me straining on nothing. But I've been making little deer pellets everywhere, and she's been making tremendously giant logs. And tough, it's you're not a lady. I just want to point.
Everybody's gotta go.
I just want to point out, everybody poops.
Yes.
I just want to point out, if you guys have been, if you're aware of Oak Island, and I've used this already.
Here we go.
If you're aware of Oak Island and the money pit, the way Oak Island was made was there's all these little stacks of you would dig a bit and then you'd find
if Ryan
timbers.
is watching this ever, he'll understand.
Yeah, because he also knows about
about how we put some
papers.
landing paper.
Yeah,
down.
but see, there's of timbers. Then you dig more, and then they found a treasure, and there's timbers. You dig more. Then you found something that had inscriptions. You dig more, and then there was a flood. Well, that's even in the drop toilet in the back, because we're a member of a Coachman Marauder group, and there's two bathrooms. We'll do a tour some other time when we're not tired, and she thinks it's clean enough. But the one bathroom over here has an L bend, which makes no sense. But the bathroom in the back is a straight drop into the toilet. And yet somehow she has found a way to gum up the works. And as a man, I've had to put my hand all the way down. I was gloved, but only thus far. I didn't have, opera gloves. Stop hitting your brother. And I had to reach down into the toilet to pull out all the boys' leavings, as you would say. But I didn't expect, leavings. I didn't expect that I would grow closer to my wife by learning to grab one of her giant logs. And I had to.
I can't be on camera.
I had to reach down.
Okay. So anyway, enough.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on.
What
else?
She's learning to flush a toilet better.
Yes. There's a knack to it.
And using camp toilets when they're clean enough.
Yes.
To
They've all been very nice so far.
They have been very nice. Much nicer than our own bathroom.
Okay.
Okay, and it can take a lot more stress, if you know what I'm saying, Donna.
So
what? Anything else? Where are we to next?
Well, next we're off to Texas.
Right, but where are we tomorrow?
But tomorrow we're going to be in Texas. We're driving to Texas.
Oh, we're going to show up at the Escapees tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. But we have to still figure out what we're going to do about the hitch yet.
We need to replace the hitch. It is not... I don't trust it the way it is. Like, a few people, we took pictures, we posted it online, and the groups we're in, and a bunch of people said, yep, it's gonna be fine. A bunch of people were like, hell no, don't drive with that. But we didn't really have a choice, so we drove. And
you're talking and you're not even on screen.
Oh gosh.
It's showing me. Nobody wants to see me.
So we are going to replace it as soon as we can. We just don't know when that will be, because we have to find, you know, it's not like we can order a hitch.
Well,
really, it's not that simple.
We have to
anymore,
get a
so we
hitch
have
that's
to find
rated
somewhere.
about 8,000 pounds or more, right? And then we have to get the hitch off. And then we have to get, you know...
This has turned into a very long video, and it's all been about the hitch and the crazy stuff, and we should do
I thought
one
it
that
was
talks about the nice stuff that we did. Like,
I thought it was mostly about poop.
St. Augustine and
Oh,
how
yeah.
wonderful that was. And
I will
maybe
say-
that should be like a different video, because people are probably bored already.
No, I don't know, man. I think they're
And
fascinating.
I already love Florida. We only went to one place in Florida, and I already love Florida.
Well, it's only because we've been stuck in the house for a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
And we got to go to the beach, and the boys got to swim. And if you have homeschool kids at all, the idea that you're just stuck, and it kind of sucks, because then your choices
Yeah,
are...
because so much of the stuff they used to do, classes,
Was with
the
other
groups,
people and stuff.
that all shut down too.
And Caleb had, you know, Ninja Warrior and stuff like that too, and parkour classes and all that just shut down. So they get stuck, you know, doing very little. And the fact that we could go to the beach and we could go swimming every day, and you know what I mean? And it's just, whatever, it was nice, because we have not been on vacation in 13 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So,
were day trippers.
I'm not sure what that means. Is that a drug problem reference? I don't understand. Anyway, we can hear that the kids are now getting crazy, and we want them to go away.
What time is it?
It's not even 7.
I don't know, 6:30 we were ready.
We've
for
been
bed.
going through different time...
Zones. One time zone. But then the clocks changed.
No, I thought it was 2.
No.
I don't know.
One time zone and one clock change.
Anyway, yeah, we're all screwed up.
And lots of driving, so we're tired.
We have been doing a lot of driving.
I've been up and down out of that seat like a blue ass fly every day.
That sounds bad.
The kids are
you
like,
said
I
another
need a
bad
snack.
word.
I have to go to the bathroom. I go, uh-oh.
All right,
Okay,
we
they
gotta
were
go.
not, no, they're not, they were not fighting. They're
right.
just being noisy, but...
We'll do something better and more interesting next time. But we just wanted to catch everybody up on what...
Next time we'll have all the correct equipment and one of those, what's the thing
I
they
have the light.
The light. Oh, we can
I have
look
one.
fabulous.
I just don't...
We will bullet point and talk about
No, I don't want
interesting
to do that
things.
kind of... You're the one going on, this feels silly. I don't want to do
It does
this.
feel silly
Yeah.
because nobody wants to listen to us rattling on
I think
about
that's the best part.
stuff.
I think it's the best part.
Well, the problem is like sometimes there's some funny stuff, but it happens at the moments where you don't have the camera out. So unless we're walking around 24/7 with a camera
I
strapped
think
to
we
our
should do it. I
chest,
think we should do it.
I mock and laugh at people. Yes, I'm a terrible person. People who, you know, look at the guy that was on the beach. He was on the beach. He put his phone
Yeah, that was
down
pretty cheesy.
and he started doing
Okay,
all this
yeah, but that's
karate
different.
stuff.
No, but
like,
there's-
people. I can't be that.
There's a big
So-
difference between people that are making videos, though, and people that are doing, like, Instagram narcissistic stuff. And that dude was trying to show off all his muscles, and he was...
Well,
boxing.
we're mostly just doing this for family because our family are so spread out everywhere.
But our family
And
can
we have
be all
some
over
friends
you.
who I think will be interested in
Yeah.
this. And that's...
But we're not going to make it,
We don't want to be YouTubers.
Honey,
We do
your
not-
faces.
we
You
don't-
can't be a YouTuber because you got to...
We have no
you gotta
useful
show-
information for
You
anybody.
got to show at least... Well, we do, but that's the thing, though. It's like... The only thing I will say is this. Do we miss the house?
Nope.
No, we didn't miss the house. We were afraid.
Weirdly, at first I thought, oh, it's just not sunk in yet, maybe. But I don't miss the house at all. I
No.
feel... Even though, like, because I'm...
The kids don't miss the house.
The weirdest
They
thing is
miss memories of things at the house, but they don't really miss that. They don't go, when are we
they
going?
haven't said anything.
Well,
like,
the-
I asked them,
The
do you miss it?
4-year-old has said things like that he's still not getting
he
the
said,
concept.
when we have a house again, can I have? Because he's
Yeah.
missing some of the bigger, like, toys, like the ride-on toys and things that he had. So, yeah. But,
And he's chasing the cats too much around that RV. We have 3 cats on here too, and he's being a bit crazy.
I totally lost my train of thought now. I was going to say
You
something.
said you thought it didn't sink in that we were gonna miss the house.
Yeah, oh, the other thing is I was going to say about how much of an anxious person I am and like crazy anxiety. And I have been surprised at myself with all the stuff that's happened. I've been really chill. Pretty chill.
Okay.
Compared to usual, think about how I used to be and all
Honey.
the stuff. That's
Every day, it's, do we have enough gas? Every day is, did you put the jacks up? Every
I'm
day,
trying to be helpful and remind you because you did try and drive with the jacks down one day.
just because you interrupted my
Wow.
my flow of things.
Anyway, we don't miss the house.
We do miss half your face, though. Keep your face in.
I am glad we did this. I'm worried that maybe the whole thing will fall apart around us, like some of the roads we've been on. A lot of weird noises and bumps, and RVs are not made for full timing. Oh my gosh, 25 minutes? We talked about nonsense for 25 minutes.
Yeah, but we used to do the beer videos, too. So
We
I mean,
did. That was fun. We should have put those up on...
I thought we did at one point. I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter.
But that was very probably inappropriate for
Probably.
family.
Because before we had kids and she was interested in me.
we used
So-
to... They don't know what we're talking about. We
Come
used
on,
to... On the
stop.
weekend,
It doesn't matter.
we would go and pick a beer.
Can you just...
Like a big bottle of beer, and we would...
No, we picked a
We would
couple
drink,
because they're
we would
different
drink the
flavors.
beers and then talk about, like, rate them, and then we would just talk about stuff, and it would turn into like
All right, Wibble.
fun.
So,
It's fun watching them back.
okay. So this will be fun watching this back.
I'm never gonna watch this back.
You will
It's
when
too
I'm
embarrassing.
dead. Once I'm dead,
my
you'll
God.
watch this and be like, "Oh, I miss him."
Okay.
See? And why? What happened to half my face? Why was so against?
I'm here.
Why was I so against
All
showing
right,
my face?
so should we
Versus
just
body image.
go now and then maybe try and attempt a
Yeah.
better
Well,
video
what's
at some
what's
point?
okay? So we're gonna be in Texas for how many days? 9 days.
No.
Still not holding it properly.
No, we're going to be in Texas for weeks. We're going to be in the next
Weeks?
campground for 8 days, and then we're bouncing around to a bunch of different campgrounds in Texas.
Okay.
Except we want to go back to Florida for Christmas because we have friends there. that
Well,
we wanna
also
see.
because I'm supposed to get the EcoFlow batteries
And
too.
he has stuff that's getting shipped to friends there, so we have to be around Florida January time to pick that up. Because then we can boondock because we have beautiful, beautiful solar panels.
Brandon, thank you for the panels. Too bad we can't use them yet. We put panels on this thing. We'll go through a whole... Where'd your face go again, woman? Jesus Christ. Hi. You're still not holding it properly. It's still half your head is missing. Now it's all me. Okay, great. Do you want to get on the other side of the camera then and just...
No, this is good.
All right. So, except you're gone
27
again.
minutes now.
Yeah, but half of it...
Hurry up.
Look at this. There's 2/3 me.
Okay, well, I'll sit closer
And not-
to you.
oh,
Here we go.
I prefer not.
There we go.
I prefer you not. But see, somehow I'm still in the middle, and yeah, Jesus, that's a sad-looking couple, isn't it?
I am tired and unwashed and...
It looks like a Mennonite and an old surfer dude. All right, so
I have to post that baby picture of you. It's funny.
yeah. All right, so anyway, thanks for hanging around, and yeah, bye.